What's up everyone, this is CyberKnight 8610, and today we have a deck profile for you guys. I wanted to actually do this deck profile, but I don't even have all the Japanese cards needed to actually do this deck profile, so it shouldn't take too long. I guess I'll actually be able to build this deck in August, unfortunately. But I'm going ahead, and I've been working on this, and I want to go ahead and get some opinions and stuff for you guys, and share this idea with you guys too. So yeah, this is a ZW build, sort of similar to my old one, where you're about swarming the field. You want to go for Utopia as quickly as possible, but this one uses more of the Constellar engine. And I know a lot of people wanted me to build a Constellar deck, which we'll probably do something later that's actually more just Constellars. But this I figured a lot of you would enjoy too, since it does use Constellar monsters. So yeah, let's go on ahead and go through the deck profile though for you guys. I'm using Yugioh Pro as well for this, so people that don't know, you download it and you can play it on your desktop. It's not like Duelist Network where you play it from the browser, you know, your internet browser. So yeah, just in case anyone asks on that. Anyway, let's get started. First off, we have three Constellar Palox. I believe this is how that one is pronounced. I'm going to try to pronounce these the best of my ability. This one is really awesome because he allows you to have an extra normal summon for Constellars. So, of course, being level 4, you can go for Utopia really quickly. You know, summon another one, go for that Utopia, which is a really awesome thing to do. Constellars have a lot of swarming potential. That's why I chose them with this, too. And also, with them being light and Utopia being light, it works out great for using things like Honest and stuff, too. Alright, now we have Constellar Greedy, I believe. I don't know. Like I said, I'm going to try my best of my ability to pronounce these right. This is another one that helps you, it lets you special summon a level 4 Constellar monster from your hand when it's normal summoned. So that's just another way of just swarming even more on the field. So you have 3 of those, so you can even get those rank 4 monsters out like crazy. Utopia is so easy to summon with this deck. Alright, next up we have 3 Constellar Keist. This one has 2 different abilities, or 2 different things to his abilities, I guess, really. Here, I'll read off its effect for people. This card cannot be used as a synchro material monster. Up to twice per turn, you can target one Constellar monster on the field and activate one of these effects. You can increase its level by 1 or reduce its level by 1. This can actually come in handy pretty well because you can go for rank 5s fairly easy with this card, which is another part of this deck. You want to go for rank 4s, you want to go for rank 5s, because you want to be able to bring out the ZW weapons, you know, that is a rank 5. And of course with the new Chaos forms, you know, the C numbers, it's really nice to be able to bring those out as quickly as possible as well. We have V and Victory in this deck, so it helps with a little bit of everything. So I really like that one as well, running 3 of those. Next we have 3 Constellar Sombres. Sombres is just a really awesome card. I'm really glad that it is going to be printed in Tachyon, because I was afraid this one it would take a while for us to get this one in, including the Evil Swarm one that goes with it. Just adds a lot more stuff, helps you summon even faster and stuff too. Just an all-around great card. I think, if I remember right from the rarities, I believe it's going to be super rare in Tachyon, so I cannot wait to get 3 of these as soon as possible. So yeah, great card though. He works out great with this Constellar engine and helps even more, just like the Evil Swarm one is. And I love the artwork of those 2 cards too. They look so cool. Next we have 2 ZW Lightning Blade. Lightning Blade's one of my favorite of all the ZWs. It has a great effect when it's equipped to a Utopia monster, which is the best part about these ZWs. They just have to be a Utopia monster. So it works for all of them. You know, just regular Utopia, the Chaos versions, you know, all of them. So it's just great how it works like that. So we're running 2 of those. And you can also use them for your rank 5s too, because it is a level 5 monster. You also have a ZW Tornado Bringer, another one of your level 5 monsters. Same with it, really. It just adds a different effect to it. You know, it makes it where your opponent cannot target it with card effects. So, you know, added protection for your monster, gains attack to 1,300 attack. You know, just like the Tiger one, it gives you attack, gives you some added protection for your Utopia monster. If you have them both of these cards on Utopia monster, it is very scary and hard to get around sometimes. So it's really great to be able to do, and you have a powerful monster too. We have 2 Star Drawing. Star Drawing is, I think, one of the best commons that's come out lately. It is just an awesome card, really underrated, especially for this deck. You know, anything that swarms and stuff and you have room for it, go for it. It helps you go for those rank 5s and everything so easily. And not only that, you get to draw a card when you XC summon. And with a deck like this where you XC summon basically first turn, you know, you're going to pretty much, if you have the ability to, which you should, be able to XC summon every turn. Astrodon, I want to keep calling it that, but Star Drawing is its TCG name. It is just an awesome card all the way around. Just a really great card. Gives you a little bit of a draw engine, easier rank 5s. Love that card. I think it's really just one of the better common cards to come out lately. We have 2 Summoner Monk. I mean, what is there to say about this? It's a great card to help you swarm, go for those rank 4 monsters. All in all, just all around great card. Alright, and we also have Honest. Like I said, we're running a lot of light monsters. We have Constellars, you know, so of course, Utopia's being light monsters and stuff too, so Honest works out great. It's some added protection just in case somehow they have a monster stronger than you, you know, for Utopia, because if you have the ZW weapons on him, he's going to be more likely the strongest monster on the field. But just in case, Honest is great to have for the help Utopia, and of course just your Constellars. If you're in somehow you're in a bind and like your Xyz, you can't Xyz summon, well, this can add some extra protection for the Constellar monsters you can summon fairly easy on the field. So there you go. I mean, it's just great for anything that runs a lot of light monsters. Of course, Honest, no brainer. You know, just really easy. Here we go with our basic staple cards. Alright, we have a Dark Hole, of course. I've heard some people saying that's not worth running anymore, and I find that absolutely crazy. Monster Reborn, Heavy Storm, 2 Mystical Space Typhoons, of course. 2 Instant Fusions. Instant Fusion, it'll add some extra swarming power. I mean, I'm debating lately if I want to keep running this with Constellars, because Constellars can swarm just about all you need, but it doesn't really hurt to have some extra spell cards anyway, since we have Summoner Monk. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and run it. It does come in handy a lot to, you know, bring out one of the fusions and then use the fusions for Xyz summons. You know, if people don't know that that little combo, I mean, you use Instant Fusion, you do that, and then boom, you know, go for an easy Xyz monster. 2 Forbidden Lances. It seems like I've been running those in just about everything. Forbidden Lance, great card. What more is there to say? Just one of the, I guess, great cards. It's almost, it's just about staple, I guess, and everything. Almost staple and everything, I would say. Let's see, now we're using some of the rank up magics. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of rank up magic cards in a lot of ways. I don't like the idea of what Yu-Gi-Oh did with this. I was kind of hoping there'd be another way of Chaos Xyz. But it's alright, I guess. You know, it does work yet again with like Summoner Monk stuff too, if these are somehow dead in your hand. And they really shouldn't be with all the Xyz summoning you're doing. So we're using 2 of the rank up magic Numeron Force. This one will just help you get out, you know, your newer Utopia forms. And also we're running 1 of Rank Up Magic, Limited Burns Force. Another great card. This is going to be one of the ones that's in the starter deck, so it shouldn't be too hard to get. And yeah, they just both help you bring out your stronger versions of Utopia. Plain and simple, really. Let's go with our traps. Let's see, we have Solemn Judgment, 2 Torrential Tributes, staples, 2 Call the Haunted, just another way to swarm faster. You know, so if you have rank 4 in your graveyard or whatever, easily use Call the Haunted and you can go for your rank 4. I mean, if you have a level 4 monster, I'm sorry, and then that way you can go for a rank 4 quicker. So yeah, just really simple strategy on that. Really nice to have these though. And 2 Bombus Trap Hold. Alright, now for our extra deck, we have 2 fusions, one that is a level 5 and one that's a level 4, of course. It doesn't really matter which ones you go with. I mean, I'm using Darkfire Dragon and Knight. You can use other ones. I really do suggest Knight for your level 5, just because he has a really good defense, you know, just in case. Honestly, though, it really doesn't matter. You can go with any other versions. Let's see. We have ZW Lion Arms. We're using 2 of those. Great card, and makes your Utopia like one heck of a beast. So yeah, this not too hard to bring out either. Great card, really great. Let's see, Photon Paloperative. I mean, what is there to say about this card? This is pretty much a staple with most decks. You can go for rank 4s, of course, no-brainer to bring this card out. Also, you might have noticed I'm not using Gaga Cowboy. Don't really have the room, you know, or Abyss Dweller, you know, some of the other, I guess, more stable-ish sort of rank 4s. Since we have to have 3 Utopia, it's kind of hard to do that. We're using, of course, Starliege Paladynamo. Paladynamo, of course, great card for all these light monsters, so I figured why not run one of them, and it's been doing great. You know, it's another card that helps you draw and everything, too, so I really like this card. It's one of my favorite Xyz monsters out there. Love the art, too. He reminds me of like a Gundam or something like one of those mechs from Code Geass or something, like a Nightmare, I guess is what they were called. Maestro, you gotta run one of these, I feel like, in every deck. You know, if you can go for a rank 4, you run Maestro, and just about every deck can do that. So I feel like that's the best staple out there. Sometimes overlooked, one of the best cards we have, I think, as an Xyz monster. Let's see, 3 Utopias. You gotta have the 3 Utopias. You just have to. Even though most decks don't run, you know, more than 1 Utopia, with this one, you gotta have the 3. He's the main card of the deck. He's your boss monster, and you're gonna be summoning him so easily. We also are going to use number C39 Utopia Ray. I'm using one of them for now. I don't know, it seems like one is doing great. In the old build, before we had, V and Victory, you could run, like 3 of these basically, but for now, one seems great for this because we're trying out the other forms Utopia. Number C39 Utopia Ray V. So yeah, it seems like the names are getting longer, that's what I was kind of laughing at. Great card, cannot wait for this to come out. We don't have too long of a wait for this, actually, so I'm pretty stoked. I love the new versions of Utopia. I do find it sort of annoying. I wish it would have come up with better names than V and Victory, but I'm sure there's a better reason for that. Yeah, but because they're kind of confusing, like I wish V would have had a different name, and then Victory, I love the name of that, so... but yeah, speaking of course, number C39 Utopia Ray Victory. Great monsters to bring out. Not too hard to bring out, honestly. And yeah, great monsters, because, you're going to be using your rank up magics, and it makes it a lot easier to bring these out. A lot easier than, having 3 level 5 monsters, so don't let that fool you, of course. And, yeah, running one of each of those is great. I'm running out Tyrus Keeper Genesis. I like Aldreus in some ways better than Tyrus, I'll admit. Tyrus, of course, is the better one to pick, though, for this. Of course, it has a great effect, too. I'm not saying that. But, of course, having all these land monsters on and stuff, Tyrus is the better one for this deck. And, yeah, awesome card. And for our last one, we have Constellar Pleiades. I think it's how it's pronounced. I don't know. Like I said, Constellars, for some reason, it's like a mental block. I cannot pronounce them correctly. Forgive me for that. So, yeah, that is the deck, basically. I mean, it's just really simple on our last Constellar monster. I've been tempted to try out like an M7 or something, but I don't know. Tell me what you guys think about this. Try out this deck. We're going to try to have some duels fairly soon. I'm going to try to start recording some actually today, if not tomorrow, about this deck. And I want to know what your opinions are. How to make this deck better, of course, is always welcomed. I really wish I could have actually made this, but the only cards I was really missing, even from, Japanese cards, is 2 of the Numeron Force. So maybe if I can even make some Orcas of them in the future or something, we can have some updates of actually using our cards. But as always, though, thank you for watching. Remember to comment, rate, and subscribe. Try out this deck if you haven't. Try out Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, Dueling Network. I think all this stuff is on Dueling Network as well, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know about Numeron Force. It might be. I think they've updated. But yeah, tell me what you guys think. Thanks for watching. And oh yeah, before we go, tell me what other deck profiles you want to see in the future, whether they be in real life, Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, Dueling Network, whatever. Just tell me what you want to see in the future, of course. And yeah, thanks for watching. Remember to comment, rate, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya.